Good morning, Flare Flies. How are you this Saturday? Well, welcome to the Get Ready for the Day routine, which is our head to toe, warm yourself up, get your blood flowing, get your body moving so you can face the day a little more awake, a little more alive. So, I thought this, since it's pre-recorded, I'm going to try and do it on one stretch, but I wanted at some point to switch things up, and I thought, why not today? So we're going to take everything we've done so far, everything we've learned, and we're going to incorporate it into what we're doing now. But I wanted to try with you all doing kind of a little program, and it's based on ballet. Or it's not. We're not actually going to be doing ballet, but a lot of the class exercises and the warm up in ballet is really great because it uses your entire body. And it's a slow, strengthening, elongating coordination, and it tends to be gradual. And so I thought that would be an interesting thing to base an exercise program on. And again, this is suitable for you whether you have never done anything before in your life, or you're coming back from an injury or anything else, or just haven't been doing much in the last year. So this is still very appropriate for you. And we'll hop on again with an intermediate routine, but for now I wanted to just structure this all on a ballet class. So if you have something ideally a little sturdier than this, maybe a table or something, because we're also going to be using this for stretching. And for today, I taped up my square, which is something we talk about a lot here in this channel. This is our balance and our alignment. So our shoulders and our hips are the four corners of the square. And we'll be talking about that a lot today, and I'm also going to be breaking some of these down in separate videos. So the first thing we do in ballet class always is stretch. This is before the class starts. You come in and you warm yourself up a little bit. So we're going to be doing that by first doing our knee loosening, which is not really a true bend, it's just letting your knees go and coming back up. This is just one that I do because I like to get my knees ready to move a little bit more, and if you go straight into bending, it can be a little rough because knees are sensitive. Let's start with that. And then we're going to reach up as far as you can. And you let your shoulders go up and just reach. And feel like somebody is grabbing your hands and pulling you up to the sky. That's the feeling you want, like it's lengthening all through your body. And then you're going to go down with the same arms. And you still want to grab your hands to still have them. And they're pulling them way out to make it arc. And then we're going to do the same to the front, raising them up. And stretching up to the sky. I feel like somebody grab your hands and is pulling them outwards and downwards. And rolling our shoulders forwards, just the shoulders, very light, and rolling them back. And as always, flare flies as you go about your day, remember that posture there. And bend our knees a little bit and side and hold it there. You want your hips still in place. And coming up, and you want to lengthen here as you come up, and then you're going to the other side. And then we're going to lengthen here as we come up. And then we're going to be going down as we've done before, so I'm going to show you here though. So you want something maybe like a table or a counter. So we're going to be doing we're stretching out our calves, but before we do that, so you're gonna have one foot in front of the other, and you want to be at a fair distance, so you can lean forward and feel a stretch there, and then from there you're gonna bend that front leg. See if you can feel that pull. And now straighten it again and try and go a little bit deeper. So feel a stretch along the back of your legs. And bend that forward leg, your body can come up a little bit. And straightening up again and trying to go a little bit lower. And you have this here to hold on to. Now, butterfly. So you may be like this, right? But what I want you to do now is come up a little bit, so you have a little bit more room, and I want you to use this lower back and try and flatten out your back. Now you can come up, you can stay the same, but you can also come up with that. But I want you to feel this lengthening here, so your back becomes like a tabletop. And go over again, and a tabletop, and go over, and a tabletop, and coming up, and then you can get a little closer. We're just going to lean into that front leg, keeping the back one straight, and stretch out that back leg. And coming back up, we're going to go to the other foot, and we're going to stand far away this time. And we're going to kind of let our butts go back, and we're going down towards the floor with our bodies. And you can come up a little, bending that forward foot, forward, that knee that's in front of you. And as you go down, try a little further down. And coming up a little, bending that knee. And now if you can push a little bit back into your legs to feel a stretch, that's pretty good. And now coming up a little, and we're going to be straightening up our back, which is just the lower part is going to flatten so that our body becomes flat like a table. And then we're going to let it go. And we're going to flatten that lower back. And relax it. And let it go all the way up. And get a little closer. Lean into that front leg. Stretch your back leg. Back leg is straight. Okay, so coming to our feet. And I'm going to be holding on here for support. I'm going to shift my square so it's stacked over one leg. And I'm going to just wiggle this, what we call a working leg, from side to side. And flap it up and down. And you can put both hands on this for more, if you want to feel a little more secure. And then I'm going to be taking that square, shifting it onto my other leg, which we call our supporting leg, and holding on here. And then you just lift this one a little, just enough to wiggle it from side to side. And flap it up and down. You're just getting a little bit of looseness in there. And coming back. And you definitely want both hands for this one. So again, we're going to take our weight, shift it over, and we're just going to raise and lower the heel on this leg. Up and down, and up. And taking your weight, taking that square, shifting it onto the other leg. And now we're going to be raising and lowering that heel there. So we are going going to be going to our exercises, and I'm going to do them facing you because we're going to always start with two hands on whatever you have to hang on to. But what we want to keep consistent is our square. So we want to, when we are going to work with one leg, we're going to shift our weight over onto the other one, make it very sturdy. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to have our legs parallel, and they're going to be closely under your hips, and we're going to shift that square onto one leg. We're going to take this leg here and lift it a little, and then we're going to try and rotate so the toes are going to turn out and bring it back, and toes, bring it back, 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 and putting it down, shifting that square, and we're going to change the legs. This other one's going to come up in the air, and we're going to try and rotate it from here. Now it doesn't have to be a lot, it can only be a tiny bit. You may not have a lot of range of movement there yet, but that's what we are working on with these exercises. Out and in. And putting it down. And we're going to shift our weight again onto that initial leg, and we're going to do the same thing again, but with our leg to the front. And just rotate those toes outwards a little bit, come back. And rotate and back, rotate, back, rotate and back, rotate and back. And bring it back together, shifting our weight. And the other leg comes forward, and we rotate and back, rotate and back, rotate back, and back, rotate and back, and bringing it in. So what we usually have kind of a slow beginning exercise, and then we go into something we call a plie, which is just a knee bend. So we've been doing our knee bends without something like this, but now we're going to use this, but just for balance. So I don't want you to feel like you're leaning into it. You want to keep your arms, your hands on it, just about where your shoulders are, and you want to stand up nice and straight so you're not leaning forward, or when you bend down, leaning into it. You want to imagine you have a book on your head as you're bending. So we are going to start in a parallel position, and we're basically going to do what we have done for some months. We're going to tighten our legs before we start to bend them, and then our knees are going to go straight over our toes. And we're going to make just a little bend, like a halfway bend, and coming up, we're pushing the floor away from us, and come back. And before we go down, we're going to lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. We're going to feel very tall, and only then are we going to start to go downwards and taking a breath in. And then we're going to push the ground away from us as we exhale, and coming back. And we're going to take our right and shift our one leg. This right one is going to come out, or your left, I don't mind which one you start on. We're going to put it to the side, and we're going to shift our weight to the middle. So this was the movement. We're in parallel position, shifting our square onto one leg. The other one is going to go to the side, and keep your foot either pointed or just kind of loose here. And it's going onto the ground, and we're going to move. So we're in the middle of it, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to tighten our legs and put our knees over our toes. We're going to push the ground away to come up. As you come up, it's very important to stay straight. So tighten your knees, going over your toes, and pushing the ground to come up. Tighten your legs, knees going over your toes, and pushing the ground to come up. And let's go a little bit deeper for the next two. So you want to go all the way down as far as you can get. get without losing your balance. And you have your supporting object here. So tighten your legs and motion. Exhale as you're going down. And still hold yourself when you're down here. Don't let everything go. Don't drop. And then you push the ground away and lengthen as you come up. And taking the knees. And we're going to go straight down like somebody's pressing on your head till you reach your maximum. And I'm going to push the ground away till we're standing up straight. And those are based on what we call our pliés. We always do an exercise with just knee bending pretty much. And do it with arm movements too, but we're going to do those separately for our flies. Okay, so now we are going to, again, we're going to take our weights. We're going to be standing in a parallel position, pretty close together. Shift it so it's over one leg. So my square is stacked on one leg. And I'm going to slide my foot that does not have weight on it to the front. Now, what I want you to do is try and push your foot in this direction, even if it's just a little bit. And if it doesn't bend very much in that direction, I want you to just relax it. Just relax it. And then come back. Now this time when we go out, I want you to brush it along the floor. So you can take a little bit of weight from your supporting leg and put it there to give yourself a nice, feel the floor as you go out. And then your foot is going to come here. And you want to keep it either loose. If you can point it, if not, loose, and coming back. As you come back, slide along the floor again, and I want this middle part to lengthen, like we do in our core exercises. And then same thing again, we are going to slide our foot along the floor to the side, and relax your ankle, or point it. And coming back, and as you come back, you're going to be pulling up, so your leg will fit right. And then we're going to go to the other side. So shifting our weight onto our supporting leg. The other one is going to brush the floor. When I say brush, it's sliding along. And loosen your ankle here. And you're going to slide it back. And sliding it forward. So we're really using the ground here. So I want you to really feel like that foot is sliding along. And I'm just going to loosen it up. And coming back. And go to the side. Same thing. So nice. Sliding using the floor. And loosen it to the side. And let it go. Let your foot go, but you want your entire foot to be brushing the ground here and bringing it in. So it's like it's heavy. And doing the same thing. So we're going to slide it out using the floor. Relax it there. And come in. And now we're all done relaxing. Just going to slide it in. And after this, I want you to again do a knee bend, just one. Just to relax your legs a little. So remember, you're going to tighten up your legs. And the knees are going forward. Pushing into the ground to come back. Alright, so let's do, we're going to be, again, our leg is going to the front and to the side. This time we're going to still try and slide along the floor, but we're going to bring it off the ground, back, and off the ground, and back. There's a little less slide, it's a little bit quicker. So let's do forward to the front and forward to the side. So same. And 1, sliding, and 2. Loosen your foot, and 3, and 4, and to the side. Sliding it out off the floor, and back. Sliding it off the floor, and back, and off the floor, and back. And retreat that square over. And start with the other leg to the front, relaxing your foot and brushing. 1, 2, and 3. As you're bringing it back, you can lengthen here some space. And 4. butterflies. Stretch it out. And we're going to be doing one more kind of foot exercise, foot leg exercise, and then we're going to be doing some upper body arms. And then we're going to be doing some things that are specific to Bachata, which is the dance we're learning. Okay, so here, Fireflies, I want you to just turn out your toes a little, open them up, one by one. One, I'm stepping out to, and then the other, and then I'm going to be in the middle. So they're pointing a little bit outwards, kind of like a penguin, right? But it doesn't have to be a lot. But let's try and do this next exercise from this position. So again, we're going to have that weight shift over here. And this leg is going to come forward. And we're just going to circle it to the back. And I'm going to circle it to the front. And circling it to the back. And to the front. And when you close your legs, slide on the floor and pull your body up. Lengthen this middle part. Okay, shifting onto the other foot. And we're going to slide that leg out in front of us. And we're going to be putting up our hip and sliding it around to the back. And then we'll be sliding, so circling it back to the front. And keeping it on the floor the whole time, to the back, to the front, and close. So you want to try and keep your knees straight during these, but we will do our knee bend again, pushing the ground, coming up. And now we are going to do a little bit of arms. So we're going to put our arm to the side, and we're going to bring it up. And then we're going to bend over to the side. And you want the feeling to be like you're tall, but you don't want to lift your shoulder. So your tallness is coming from here. And you're going to stretch over, nice and long, keeping your hips in place. And to come up, lengthening here, and coming back. And the other arm, so it's out to the side. I'm just going to move it up, try and keep your shoulders down. And then going to the side, lengthening and stretching it too. And to come up, you're going to be lengthening here. All right, Fireflies. So we are going to be going up and down on our tiptoes. So you remember how we've done a weight shift exercise a few times where we're going to stand parallel and we're going to try and hold everything nice and tight. And we're going to take that weight and we're going to shift it from where we're standing now. Make yourself into a board and keep the board flat, just like that board is going to lean forward. And it doesn't have to be a lot. You just want to feel that your weight is going over the balls of your feet. So if you needed to, you could lift those heels up and then come back. So just feel that your weight moving from the middle of your foot and your heels to the balls of your feet. And coming back. And leaning again. Back. And leaning again. And coming back. And we are now going to have that same feeling as we're going to raise up. Actually, I'm going to stand. I want you to stand with both hands on because I want you to think about your square, but I'm just going to do it from the side to make it easier to see. So we're going to do that same thing. We'll be holding on here. And we're taking that flat board. So you're not bending here, not hinging. Just going forward, shifting weight over the balls of your feet. And now I want you to feel as though so the balls of your feet and your toes are pushing you to the ground. So they're going to push, 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 and raise your heels up and going down. And then you're going to shift your weight back to its normal position. And we're going to repeat that. Shifting your weight forward. And now I want this front part of your foot to push the floor, push into it, And that push is going to raise your body up. And lift your heels a little. And come back down. And shift back. Let's do more. And leaning into it. And pushing the ground. Press, press, press. Let that downwards push lift your body. And come back down. And come back. So, shaking it out. If you want to re-stretch your calves, you can do that. That's a good one to do before we come to the middle. We're going to do one more exercise here. Now, I want you to stand with one hand here. So, it's here for balance, for help if you need it. But try to just kind of hold it loosely. So we're going to raise our arm up, so it's right next to our heads. However high it goes, even if it doesn't go as high, try to keep it parallel. And we're going to hinge forward. And we're going to try and keep everything straight. So if this is as much as you can do, this is as much as you can do. But try to keep everything straight. If you can go lower. And then we're going to lengthen to come up. So it's like our arm, again, likes to grab our hands and is pulling us in a big arc forward. And I would rather you do a little bit less than bend anything, because we're trying to keep everything straight, and then we're going to lengthen as we come up. And now we're going to do the same thing to the back, which is, the back is just a little bit. So put our hands to the side, because otherwise it gets right back there. And the arm is going to come up, and it's like it's pulling you, and you want to keep everything tight. So tighten your rib cage, tighten your stomach, tighten your butt, and you're just going to try and let that very upper body go back. And come back. And very upper body, everything else is tight, tight, tight. And come back. Good job, butterflies. All right, shake it out. So we are going to come to the middle of wherever you are. So you want to leave this behind. We are going to do one set of our standing crunches. So let's do our 14 of those. Let's do 16 because we're only doing one today. So we're going to have to do a little more on the one that we are doing. So you can loosen your knees if you want, and the feeling is getting a cramp. And then as you come up, you want to feel as though this middle part is lengthening like goo, like taffy, like squishy that you're. So you want to feel lengthening, and that will bring you up. So butterfly 16 and going over, bending your middle, and then you're lengthening as you come up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and lengthen each time, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and we're halfway through, and 8, lengthen each time, don't forget it, and 7 and 6 and 5, lengthening, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good job there, flies. And leaning back, looking at the sky, just to stretch out these muscles in the front. So I should always mention, if you're new to this channel and you haven't done a lot of core work before, start with 2 or 3, and you're going to build up from there, because we like to keep our goals realistic and build slowly and have, no, it's never linear, but we want to have less of those big dips. And sometimes if we overdo it in the beginning, that is what happens. All right, so butterflies. Now we're in the middle of the room. My square is still squared. And we're going to do a weight change. Now we've done our weight shift. We've done a lot of exercises shifting that from foot to foot. going to do a little bit differently. We are going to shift our weight onto one leg. Oh, let's do it straight. Okay, so let's do it straight. That would be much better. So we are going to shift our weight onto one leg. So our square is stacked with that leg. This leg is going to come out. And then, so our foot is loose here. And then we're going to, as we lower it to the ground, we lower our heel here. And as we lower it, we're going to let our knees bend. So in the middle. So that weight comes from here, your leg is loose to the side. And as you put it down, your square moves to the middle. Your knees are bent. And now you're going to push the ground away from you. Especially push with this leg so that square comes up over this leg. And let's just do that for today. So you have your square here. You're going to close it up again. And this leg is going to go to the side. It's going to be loose. The foot is going to be loose. It's still not fully on the ground. And as you put it on the ground, your hips are going to come to the middle and bend. And then you're going to push into the ground. And this foot is going to push the most so that square comes up over your leg again and you're stacked. And closing it up into a parallel position. And we're going to shift our weight again. So we shift our square over here, so this leg is free to move. And that comes out to the side, the foot is loose. And we're going to lower it to the floor, so our hips slide to the middle and our knees bend. And then we're going to push into the ground, especially with this leg, to bring our square over here. And then we're going to slide this leg in. So see, our square is still over here, so this leg can work. It can do whatever it wants. And we're going to keep our weight here because we're going right back that direction. Sliding your foot along the ground. Be loose here. And we're going to lower it to the ground. Let's keep that square, so knees bend. And we're going to push into the ground, especially this one. This is going to help you stand up and stack again over this leg. And bring it in and shift your weight. So it's in the middle. This beginning of an exercise we call Ballet, which is a weight shift exercise that we do in center. All right, flare flies. So a little experiment there. Let me know how you like it. If we want to continue this direction, that's just a tiny bit. There's much more that we're going to be doing. But I also want to do a little bit of our Bachata. So for that, we're going to have to loosen up a little bit. And so try and give yourself a nice shake, shake everything out. And then we're going to plant everything. And we're going to try and move just our shoulders and let them tilt from side to side. Back to the middle. And we're going to be raising and lowering our shoulders. So first we're going to do it slowly. Raise them up, push them down. Raise them up, and I want you to have the feeling as somebody's pushing them down. Raising them up and pushing them down. Up, pushing them down. And now try and loosen them up. And we're going to do our cluster of 3. So we're going to do 3 quick ones. These can be teeny tiny. But we're going to do lift, 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 and rest. And they'd be tiny, because what we're doing is we want to start our isolations for later on. So let's do it. And 1, 2, 3, and rest. 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 All right, flare flies. Let's review our Bachata. That is the dance that we have been learning. It's a very popular one right now. Lots of fun, very expressive. to review what we've learned so far, and then we're going to do them in a sequence. And I want you to just follow along the sequence. The steps we've learned so far are left, together, left, tap right, and right, together, right, tap left, left, together, left, tap right, right, together, right, tap left, left, together, left, tap right, right, together, right, tap left. So that is your basic. So we are going to start our sequence with, why don't we just go into our sequence, because that will encompass everything we've learned so far. We'll come to our basic though. So one of the things we learned was we have a step tap. So we'll step to side, step tap, step tap, step tap, step tap. You see my whole weight is moving from side to side. So it's not just the legs, it's the whole body moving. But we're going to start with just our weight shift. So instead of stepping, we're just going to shift our weight from side to side. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That is going to be our starter. 1, 2. 2 sets of these. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from here, we're just going to step to the middle. And we're going to be lifting up our elbows, trying to make everything as nice as spaghetti. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to bring one arm like we're combing our hair. 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And on 8, we're going to bring our left leg back together. And we're going to start our basic, our step together, step and tap. So what we have so far is we're going to be shifting our weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and standing in the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And your right arm is going to come 2, 3, 4, and then the left arm 5, 6, 7, and on 8. This left leg's close. And then we'll do step together, step, tap, right, right, together, right, tap, left, left, together, left, tap, right, right, together, right, tap, left. So we're going to do 2 basics. So there and back, and there and back. And then we're going to go forward, there. Left, right, left, tap, right, left, right, tap, and again, left, right, left, tap, right, left, right, tap, and then we're going to do one more basic step together, and we're trying to raise our arms and lower them with that. Step together. And let's do 2 basics here. Step, tap, right, right, together, right, tap, left. And to finish off, we're going to repeat our weight shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, we're going to repeat all that a few times. I'm going to do it with you, so no worries there. So we're going to start off with our weight shift. So we're going to do 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Leave your feet in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left, right, left. Tap, right, left, right. Tap. We're going to the side this time. Your arms left, together, left, tap, right, right, together, right, tap, left, left, together, left, tap, right, and right, together, right, tap, left. Now we'll finish up with our weight shift again. Let's say, and weight shift, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's repeat that once more without music, and then we'll see how it goes with the music. Okay, so we're starting. And weight shift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stay in the middle. Arms up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Right arm, 1, 2, 3. Left arm, 5, 6, 7, and close, 8. Basic left. Together, left tap, right, right, together, right tap, left, left, together, left tap, right, right, together, right, going forward, left, right, left, tap, right, left, right, tap, left, right, left, tap, and right, going to the side of it again, and step, together, step, and tap, step, together, step, and tap, step, together, step, and tap, step, together, and a weight shift, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. All right, butterflies, I'm just going to grab some music, and give me 1 sec, butterflies. Just letting. And okay, so hopefully it's not going to give us too many commercials here. I was turning it, so it was not this. So we are going to skip past that. There we go. All right. You know, that's awfully quick, so I am also going to slow it down. All right, get ready. We're going to do it in double time. 6, 7, 8. Weight shift, 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 and stay in the middle. Arms coming up. And arms coming down. Just your right arm going up after that. Right arm going. Left arm going. Raise it slowly. Together. And then step, tap. Step, of direction and adding on to that, or if we want to move in a different direction. Really, it's about you guys. So I want you to get moving, to get fit, and to continue along this journey, all of us together. So I want to make sure that you are all feeling good about what we're doing and feeling like you can make progress if we go this route. So my fireflies, I'll be breaking some things down in separate videos. In the meantime, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you for being here. Thank you for traveling this road all together. Love to you, fireflies. Goodbye.